Hello everybody, this is Hal Raines from Artful TV. So we have 12 pounds of speckle buff. Turn it into a bowl and you can see as it's drying it's becoming wobbly. So what happens when a wobbly bowl and a potter get together? We do what we can to work out the wobble. You know, with compressing the edges, compressing the middle, working up and down the walls. It's all about making it more solid to support the weight of the pot. So everything you do all along the way is about getting that pot to be more stable. The tool I'm using there is a Euclid tool from Clay Planet. A lot of potters use mirrors so they can see the other side of the pot, or they can actually see the profile when they're working. I probably should do that. Gosh, I just love the underglaze. The way it offsets all the work that you've done with it. It's just so much fun to use. Underglazes can do a lot for your work in terms of accenting and making things pop. I tend to use them a lot like watercolor, where I thin them down and I'll blend colors together. Here I'm just using the yellow, Speedball yellow, and then brush it out and then thin it with the sponge. Then I'll go for another color, which here I've got the red, and then I'll go with some white, and then I'll finish it off with some purple. The thing that's so wonderful about the underglazes, I mean, there's so many wonderful things about it, but if you blend the colors together, if you really do look at it as a living palette that you can add colors and subtract, you can just do so many things. So you can see the result at this point of that knurling tool, Euclid knurling tool. And I'm telling you, the way you layer that underglaze on, it just really picks it up and showcases the work that you've done there. I've done just about as much as I can do here. The next thing I do is cut that bowl off of the bat. And using a wire, there you go, right there. And then you're careful to take them off, take both bats, and you'll just flip it. It's a little scary doing it, but it's not real tough after you've done it a few times. And blast it a little bit. This was when it was cooler. And then you start to shave them. Now that tool is a good one. That's made by Phil Paberka from Bison Tools. There I'm tapping the bottom. And you wouldn't know to do this initially, but after you've been a potter a little while and you've carved through a couple of the bottoms, you'll start to understand the way they sound. If you were playing an instrument, like say a banjo, and you tap on the skin, there's a certain pitch. Well, with pots it's the same way. If something is too heavy, it's kind of a dull thud rather than a higher pitch. So we're going to do a little work on the bottom. It's really a matter of compressing the piece again. One thing you may not know is just a heavy-duty plastic bag works really good to give your piece a burnishing. And I'm going to use a rib to bounce that and get a flower-looking design right across the bottom. A lot of people seem to have a signature color or a signature look. My friends who have been with me through this pottery process say that I use purple a lot, and I do linear things a lot. I think my pieces look like they all belong together. It's really important to embrace your style, your voice. I mean, your work should look like you. One of the best ways to find out what your style is to go places, to workshops, and share your creativity with others. There's a clay congress that happens online. It's 5 days, non-stop pottery, and it's $59. I mean, $59. You can have unlimited access to people that are really well known. So at this point I'm just clay doodling. You can see those are cake decorating tips. I've used a cheese cutter, a melon baller, a scrubby brush. One thing I'll tell you for sure, When you become a potter, you never go to a yard sale to look at the same stuff. There's always something about the little trinkets that you can pick up for very little money that do just the remarkable things to your pieces. Oh, it's kind of funny too, because they become like fingerprints. These little odd yard sale tools that you find are things you've used to give life to clay. Wow! And if you should decide you want to be a potter, we happen to have 4 shops in Fresno now. 4! That's fantastic!